Hey guys, I'm Jessica, and this is going to be my first video for Booktube. So I thought the best way to start this would be by doing one of the Booktube Newbie Tag challenges. So what I'm going to be doing is answering a set of questions and hopefully giving you guys a good idea about what this page is going to be all about. Let's get started. All right, so our first question up for today is, why did you start this channel? So I really wanted to start this channel for the longest time, and I just hadn't been very motivated or inspired to do it until now. I already have a Bookstagram page, and I just think that now's the time, especially since it's summer, that it would be perfect to start a booktube. I just really like to further my community and be able to maybe reach more readers that might be out there and more people to connect with to talk about books and basically just let you guys see into my life as a reader and hopefully make some new friends along the way. All right, so question 2, what are you most excited about for your channel? I personally am super excited because this is going to give me a whole new outlet to talk about books, and also I've always loved watching other booktubers. Especially like getting ready in the morning or before I go to bed at night. I love watching videos. Like if a new series comes up, like for instance, like the From Blood and Ash, I love watching recap videos and synopsis videos. That way I can refresh my memory. I love seeing book hauls and wrap ups and just anything in between. I also feel like I have a lot of content ideas that I think would be really fun to bring onto this channel. And I just think it would be really fun to have a creative outlet that is on this space. You know, I remember being in high school and like really wanting to start a YouTube page, but I didn't really have a niche back in high school on something that I really wanted to talk about. But I don't know, it was right there all along. Like books have always been there, so why have I not done a YouTube page? So I think this would be just a really fun way to express myself and be able to, you know, find a voice in terms of talking about books, helping others, engaging with this community. You know, I love Bookstagram, but I think that YouTube would be another really fun way to reach more readers that I may not have found on Instagram. Also, I think that being on this platform will help me grow as a person and find my voice as a member of the book community. I really want to gain some confidence in posting videos of myself while sharing the joy of my reading with friends and also making new friends, because that's literally the best part about being on any kind of platform on social media. You know, I've met a lot of great people on Bookstagram, and I'm hoping that being here on YouTube as well will help me interact and meet and befriend new people out there. All right, and question 3 is, why do you love reading? I have always loved reading. I remember when I was really young, like my mom would buy me books and we would read together. And then just growing up through elementary school, like I know that I've always loved reading books. I loved seeing different stories. I loved seeing the pictures. I loved seeing art and hearing the way the words sounded when they're put together. I think that reading is so magical, and it can literally transport you into other worlds. You can see other people's perspectives. I mean, I've been stuck in the Midwest my entire life and haven't seen any other countries from like a firsthand view. So I just feel like books are a great... Sorry about that, my phone storage ran out in the middle of recording. But reading is just, it's very important. And I think that it's amazing how you can be transported into different worlds and different perspectives. You can see through the eyes of people that you've never met, and you start to understand more about the world around you and even the world that's not around you. So I just think it's very incredible what the words in between those two end covers can do. And honestly, it's just a great escape. I know that I've spent a lot of time reading, especially like struggling with mental health. I just think that reading has been a good coping mechanism as well. You know, I found friends when I'm lonely. I found family when I feel left out. I just feel, and I feel connected. And the characters within the books, like sometimes they are so relatable that it means the world to be able to find these characters and find these stories that resonate with you so deeply. And yeah, I just love reading. I think it's magical. All right, so the next question is, what book series got you into reading? So I'm not the kind of person who can just usually pick one thing. So I'm going to list quite a few book series that were just really important to me growing up. And I think a really key factor into how I continued as a reader and why I loved reading. So those book series would start with probably Nancy Drew. The first one I read was The Hidden Staircase, and I was just absolutely obsessed. I read all the Nancy Drew books that we had in the school library at the time. They were fantastic. And then I remember reading The Chronicles of Narnia. That one was a huge one, and I remember going to see all the movies as well with my family. And then the Percy Jackson series, I remember like 4th or 5th grade, I got really into Greek mythology. So when I discovered those books, I was obsessed. And then there was the book series that shall not be named. And then we have the Mortal Instruments, of course, and Twilight series. I'm still obsessed with Twilight. Will forever be obsessed with Twilight. Go Raddies, okay? I don't know what that hand gesture was. I apologize in advance. That was so dorky. Okay, but I remember in high school, like, I had 3 specific favorite series ever, and that would be The Hunger Games, The Maze Runner, and the Divergent series. So those were like my 3 top ever books, and I still love them to this day. I'm super excited that Suzanne Collins is coming out with another book. It's been a few years, so I'm really excited to see how this story plays out. Definitely can't wait to get my hands on that book. So question 5 is, what would you ask other booktubers? And I think my main question would be, like, what is your preferred method for editing videos? You know, what apps do you use? What's your favorite place to make thumbnails? I mostly use Canva for things, for designing, both on like Bookstagram. So I've been playing around with thumbnails on Canva, but I'd love to ask other booktubers, you know, what tech do you use? What apps do you use? What websites? How do you manage your storage better? Like I said while recording this video, I ran out of storage space. I have over 18,000 different like photos and videos because I am such a hoarder, and I hate getting rid of them, even though I have them backed up. But anyways, I'm a hoarder and it's hard to get rid of things. So how do you manage your storage? What do you do? I think those will be my biggest questions. All right, the next question is, what challenges will you have on this channel? So I think that my biggest challenge is going to be taking these grandiose ideas and actually executing them and putting them on here. So I'm hoping that I can work through that and be able to post a lot of content that's going to be fun and engaging, and hopefully reach a lot of readers. Question 7 is, when did I start reading? So I have been reading for like as long as I can remember. I've always loved books. I've always loved reading. And like my mom, she would always take me to Goodwill or to like garage sales, and we would get books whenever we went. And yeah, like she really supported this reading habit and really nurtured that. So I think that really played a big role in that. So I really have to thank my mom for that and for leading to all of this. And this isn't even all of them. But anyways, she really ignited that spark in me to continue reading and to just really love that. And also my grandma, both of my grandmas, like both on my dad's side and on my mom's side, are both big readers. So I just think that having that family aspect into it really helped me. Like whenever we did go to Goodwill or whatnot, when I was like late middle school age, like 8th grade and 9th grade, whenever we'd go to Goodwill, I'd pick up Nora Roberts books. And like, I don't even know if my mom knew what was in these books, but they're very romantic and they have some very, like, spicy things in them. So that that is what I picked up when I was in middle school, like some of the romance. I think that Nora Roberts is probably the one that got me into romance, and I really enjoyed romantic suspense. That has now like kind of spiraled, and I'm more into like fantasy romance now, or I guess, you know, it just really depends. I'm such a mood reader, so I will read almost anything. Anyways, that's for another question, and I'm getting off track. Thank you, ADHD. But I think just getting into this book world, it really didn't start until during the pandemic. I graduated college in 2020 of May that year, and I really got back into reading. You know, college, I did not have time. I was more busy hanging out with friends and trying to recover from all the stressful classes. So yeah, once I graduated that summer, I started reading, and funnily enough, I had ended up reading like the Bridgerton audiobooks. They were all on Everend. It used to be called Scribd, but now Everend. So I listened to all of those, and I've really found that listening to audiobooks has helped me read a lot too in my adult life. You know, when you're busy, you got responsibilities, you're cleaning, taking care of pets if you have them, or just whatever. So life gets busy. Audiobooks have been my saving grace. So anyways, that is really what sparked it. Was during the pandemic summer that really spiraled me in. And also, like, I'm not gonna lie, Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. I read that book when I was like teaching summer school that summer as well. So like after that, I think I found the social media like book community. So it's just been crazy to see how wide of a range of books I've read since then. Okay, the next question is, where do you read? So typically I'll read either in this room or right out in the hallway outside of here we have a couch. So I love sitting on that couch and reading. I love the fresh sunlight in that room. So the couch is probably my most favorite spot to read. I also love reading in, like when the weather's really nice. I have a truck, so I really like laying in the bed of my truck and enjoying the sun with like some cozy pillows and some blankets and nice beverage. Super relaxing. Totally recommend if you have a truck. And then, stop, Luna, stop. My dog is right next to me. Yeah, I don't really care for reading in my bed, because if I read in my bed, like 9 out of 10 times, I end up falling asleep and taking a nap. So I prefer to be reading on my couch or outside or in this office. All right, and now we've made it to the end. The last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? What a horrible question for a mood reader. Okay, no, but seriously, my favorite genres have to be like fantasy, romance, thrillers, and probably sci-fi. But yeah, I'd say fantasy is probably the biggest one, and if it's fantasy romance, that one is like my favorite. That's my go-to, and I just love it so much. So yeah, those are my favorite genres, but I will literally read almost anything if it's the right mood, if I'm feeling it. If the writing's really good, I will pretty much read almost anything. So I'm super excited that I got to do this, and I cannot wait to connect with other people who love books. So welcome to my page, Legends of Jess. That's the same as my Instagram. So I'm really excited to be here and ready to start something new. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you liked this, if you are ready for more content, feel free to like and subscribe and share with others. Thank you. Bye.